our very first question, and that is for Dr. Ran. Before we jump onto the why, let's understand what is stress and what can it potentially lead to, Dr. Ran.
Okay, so stress is our body's reaction to pressures, mental pressures, physical pressures, environmental pressures, etc. So stress, we have many types of stress. First of all, the physical stress, which comes from trauma, from pollution, or even from intense working. We have the psychological stress that comes from negative feelings such as sadness, fear, or even jealousy. We have the psychosocial stress that comes from the lack of support in our environment, that comes from difficult relationships that we might have. And we have the we call it the psychospiritual stress, when people start to suffer from problems, from crisis and questioning, for example, our values, etc. So normally, we were able to prove that stress will cause the release of some hormones, such as the cortisol, the growth hormone, for instance, prolactin, catecholamine, etc. So these hormones are able to cause many problems, mainly endocrine problems in our body, such as diabetes, such as heart problems, such as increased blood pressure. Some people may even suffer from skin problems like eczema. Girls and women may have menstrual problems. All of these are related to stress and its effect on our body.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Ran. Moving on to Stephanie, two questions for you. Number one is, how can parents support kids who are already stressed? That's one. One more. Secondly is, you must have seen kids stressing about exams. According to you, is that a good stress?
Well, I'll start with the first things. Parents can support each other, and piggybacking on what was just said, you really can't underestimate the importance of diet. And just last week, I interviewed a doctor, and his name was Michael Platt, and he touched upon adrenaline, and he said that some children have more adrenaline than others. And he suggested, some common sense approaches, such as high protein, cleaning up the diet, and things like that to keep, excess adrenaline from being produced during these tests. He also said that, which I found was interesting, he mentioned MCT oil in cooking. That stands for medium chain triglycerides, which are not really prevalent in the Western diet. And he said it's an easily digestible oil. It it helps boost brain power, and it manages blood sugar. So you have to keep in mind when you send your children off to take the test to school that they're sent off with, not processed foods in the morning, but things that will boost their blood, their brain power and maintain their blood sugar at an even keel. So, and I do have, you asked me if I have students who are stressed about taking tests, right? Yeah. Yes, I have one in particular that she's always stressing, but she comes from a place of no. She says things a lot like, I can't do this. I don't do that. This is not something I enjoy doing. And I try to explain to her that we don't want to feed that negative energy. I think I told her it's a self-fulfilling prophecy when we give ourselves that sort of talk. It gives too much energy to that sort of thought. And, unfortunately, here's the thing, though, she's a middle school student, and that's when anxiety is the most pronounced from what I've seen throughout my tutoring career here. So,
right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Stephanie.